Hello and welcome back to Pocket Rockets, and today as you see we have 3 cars in the review lineup for today. So today I thought I'd do like a little comparison video on the 164 flatbed truck. So you might be wondering why the Hot Wheels one isn't on here. That's something that we'll reach later, but first on the line we have the TLV Nissan Atlas, and the second one is the collaborational model between Yo Engine Start and Peako model. This is their Isuzu Elf flatbed, and the last on the line here is the Greenlight International Durastar. So these have all sorts of different kinds of features, and I can't wait to get to every one of them. And so I think we're gonna just no more trash talking. We're gonna get straight into it. So we're gonna start with the bed itself, kind of go through the differences between these beds. So we're gonna start with the TLV one and lower the camera a bit so you could see better. So here we have it, the TLV one. So this deck is functional, so you could actually lower it and load a car onto here if I wanted to. Let's see, what car should I load? All right, here it is. Perfect. My little Honda Civic here. So we're gonna load this on, and as you can see, no problem. The design is very well put, so no scraping, nothing at all. So yeah, piece of cake. But the only thing is that when this deck is fully on, it's not fixed, so you might get something like this, which is gonna result in the car falling off. So yeah, gonna park it back there and move on to the YES model. So this thing is a bit more interesting. We have a additional kind of tow, so you could tow a second car if you want it right there. So yeah, you could tow a second car, which is really interesting, and you could actually extend the tow and kind of just adjust the height of the tow. So that's pretty interesting, and we're gonna this bed is also functional. So yeah, sliding it down, you will notice that it is distinctly rougher than the TLV one. That's because the TLV deck is kind of used this kind of track right here, which the deck kind of like grabs it. But the Yes model one, you can see that it's like the track is in the middle, so like it's the track grabbing the deck, which just, yeah, you can hear that noise. It is distinctly sandier and doesn't feel that nice. So same thing, we're gonna load our cars onto there. Here you go. And yeah, this kind of ramp right here is not as well designed as the TLV one, because you see the TLV ramp is kind of like, it lowers down in the bottom. It's not like a solid 90-degree angle. So loading the Civic onto there, it's a little more smooth. Like you see right there, it's smoother. But loading it onto the YES model, it's just like kind of bump. So yeah, but the car does go onto there with no problem. And the same thing is that the this thing is sort of like, this deck is sort of tighter than the TLV one, so it doesn't really move all over the place when you're moving the truck, which is a nice detail. So yeah, right, okay, that's the wrong order. Let's put it back in the correct order right there. And now moving on to the Greenlight one. And the Greenlight one, we got really nothing to talk about on the deck because it isn't functional. You see right there. So yeah, you could just use your imagination to get the Honda Civic onto there. But yeah, it isn't functional, which really sucks, because when I first bought it, I thought it was functional. So yeah, it just kind of came as a nasty shock for me. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at the differences in the deck itself right here. So yeah, here we have the TLV deck, matte black in the middle, and we got these orange stoppers for the car. I'm not sure if they're really called stoppers, but yeah, overall really nice. And you see for the rear kind of ramp, it's very realistic. And yeah, we have a license plate on here as well, and this is, I think, by far the best deck that all of these. And now moving on to the Yes model, you see this deck is not as, it's a few more colors, but not as realistic as the TLV deck for some reason. It just doesn't hit me that it's really realistic. But both of them does have like this this wording right here that says flatbed. Wait, let me just read it in Mandarin. 车载专用. So that basically means especially carry cars. I think that's a terrible translation, but yeah, pretty much the same thing on the right here. Oh no, this says 车机专用车, so that just means the same thing but different wording. So yeah, moving on to the rear ramp, I really don't know what's going on here. It looks like a castle. So yeah, it's kind of weird. So yeah, I think the out of these two, the TLV one does definitely takes the prize for the ramp design. So yeah, now moving on to the greenlight one. This is far more American. We have a winch right here, and we have kind of like, are these actually reflectants or do they actually shine? Because yeah, I think that the like the US have like a regulation that if your truck is big enough, you need to add lights all over it so people can see it. I think something like that. And yeah, I don't know what this line is though, possibly to secure the car, but it's a pretty realistic job. But it doesn't have the rear ramp, and it also has an extra toe that is also fixed down. So that's another letdown for greenlight. I mean, at least make like the toe functional. If I can't put the cars on here, whatever. So yeah. Now, second of all, we're going to move on to the actual design and detail of these castings. So, from the TLV one, it's this modern kind of Nissan. It's a modern truck design, and it's distinctly smaller than the greenlight one. That's because it's from Japan, and I really like the styling because it kind of just reminds me of really official kind of truck that this Atlas is. So yeah, the Yes model now then. So the YES model is more like a 90s Isuzu L styling, and I do like it a lot, but I still like the Atlas's styling a bit more. But the detail on the Isuzu is undoubtedly stunning. We have, so you can see right here that this is kind of like a empty slot right here, and you can see that the intercooler or something, the radiator is there, and you can see the radiator through like this little gap in the front bumper, which is really cool. And also it comes with rear view mirrors. So yeah, that's just comes from the factory with rear view mirrors. That is pretty stunning. And why is my camera not aligned with the middle right here? So yeah, it comes with rear view mirrors from the factory. And I think the TLV one also offers rear view mirrors, but you have to glue them on yourself. So yeah, that's point for the YES model. Now moving on to the greenlight, just super duper American, and one thing that gets my attention is the chrome wheels. I really like the chrome wheels. The rest of the pack only have like kind of silver wheels. I don't know if that's normal for Japanese flatbed trucks, but I think for like the details, I would still go for the YES model, but the greenlight one is going for like a different route, just very American, and I think it does a great job just kind of representing that. And yeah, so now let's talk about the price for these cars. Here we go. Yeah, camera angle back to normal. So this thing costed me, well, I'm gonna say the official price of which these cars are listed at, because some of them I got for cheaper, some of them I got for more expensive because I couldn't find them anywhere else. So I think we're gonna go with like the official price. So the official price for the TLV is about 1,000 NT, so which is about $30, and the same thing for the YES model. And I think for the greenlight one, you could get them for about $20 US. So the pricings definitely have an effect on the types of features that it can do. So yeah, this is basically my little comparison of these three flatbed trucks. Here are some honorable mentions. The Hot Wheels flatbed truck with a really bad and functioning bed. This I didn't include in this kind of competition because just these are completely different, like the Hot Wheels one, and these are completely different cars. Like the Hot Wheels one is more like a show truck and kind of modified in a way, but these are completely stock and much more realistic. So yeah, this has been my little competition of flatbed trucks. Which one do I like most? Well, I like the Tomica one the most. That's because I bought it first, and I bought this a long time ago, and it kind of just started my die-casting journey. So yeah, I certainly have like the most affection for this one, but others I like as well. The Yes model was certainly interesting, and the Greenlight one was kind of disappointing, but yeah. that has been my 10-minute video explaining on the different quirks and features, not quirks, but features of these 3 flatbed trucks. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't done this, dropped it. If you haven't done this already, please do. It really helps out the channel. And this has been Pocket Rockets. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.